I'm Prime Minister of my country, and I intend to rule that country with firmness. I'm not going to have anybody advocate the overthrowing of a government and remain in the country. He's not one of us if he does that. The alternative is to put him in detention, and I don't want to do that.
You seem to me to be taking a particularly hard line that might lead some people to believe that the right of dissent in your country wasn't now being allowed.
The right to overthrow a constitution doesn't exist at all on the part of everyone. It is not a right of the individual.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in light of Zim independence, the shenanigans that are going on with Jacob Zuma, and just the state of affairs in G, I thought, let me do a commentary. So according to the ENCA, Zimbabwe was once the breadbasket of Africa, but now it's just a former shadow of itself. Their words, not mine. But I could not agree more, because what must happen when you've had the same president since 19 Like, let me put Mugabe's reign into context. Before AIDS, there was Mugabe. Before the Premier League, there was Mugabe. Before Wi-Fi, there was Mugabe. Before MySpace, there was Mugabe. Shit. Before the internet as we know it, there was Mugabe. And on top of that, my guy is running again. Or should I say being baburad to the next election. Because if y'all saw the video that I saw, my guy can't even walk. Okay. Now, this is not a commentary on Mugabe. This is a commentary about moving forward. Particularly this flag. Now, I want to say hats off to everyone who made it out to the protest. I think this was a pivotal moment in Zimbabwean politics, just because I think Zimbabweans were usually regarded as being a pretty chilled nation, in the sense that we've kind of accepted that things are the way that they are, and we're just crossing our fingers and hoping for a somebody to die. But this kind of showed initiative. It showed that we do want a movement to go behind and to advocate for change within our country, and I could not have been prouder to be Zimbabwean. My problem comes after the pastor's imprisonment, because I cannot for the life of me understand why people were personally upset that the pastor chose to keep his family and himself safe by going to America instead of staying in Zimbabwe with the movement. I understand that this flag addresses problems that resonate throughout the Zimbabwean population, but what I don't understand is why one man has been made solely responsible for the entire movement, such that every Tapiwa, Tatenda, and Tapone Seswa feels entitled to be angry that he's choosing the safety of his family. Meanwhile, majority of us are doing nothing but tweeting and hashtagging. It hardly seems like a fair trade. All I'm saying is the movement should not be dependent on one person, and I'm going to give you 3 reasons why. 1, because man is fickle, and as his departure showed, things come to a halt when the main figurehead of a movement just ups and leaves. 2, one man, all hopes resting on him, persecuted, imprisoned, the figurehead of a movement. Wait, isn't this how Mugabe came into power? Nah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the pastor and Mugabe are cut from the same cloth. But what I am saying is we should be wary about putting all our eggs in one basket and putting all our faith in one person. Because I am pretty sure the people who were voting for Zimbabwe in 1980 did not imagine Zimbabwe being the way it is now. 3, our approach to the problem might be why it's dwindling down a little bit, because let's be honest, it's easier to bring down one man than to bring down 5,000 men of equal passion, drive, and initiative. Instead of resting our hopes in one man, let's tackle the issue and have more people stepping up. Pastor Ivan said it himself. He said, it's important to go back to the seed of the movement, and the seed of this movement was to create bolder citizens. Here's my proposal. Take it, leave it, throw it in the trash, hit like. 2018 elections are coming up. And we always ask ourselves, what would I have done if I was born in a different time? Because I ask myself all the time what I would have done if I was born before Hitler came up. I don't know if I would have done much, but I know I would have done something. Okay? But this is our time. So ask yourself personally, not the pastor, not Morgan Trangirai or Ngangayapa next door. Ask yourself personally, what am I going to do to be bolder and advocate for a better Zimbabwe? For me personally, making this video is something, because for all you know, they might not let me back into the country after they see this. Okay.